Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a bonus flip through of a December daily album that I'm creating for my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. This year, they had their very first child, our first niece, Mabel, who we nicknamed May, and I thought it would be such an awesome gift to document their very first Christmas together as a family of 3. So I pitched this idea to my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, and they were totally on board. It's actually something that I like to create for them all the time, some different albums to help them document their family stuff as well. And they always take me up on gifting them albums like this. So I'm super excited to attempt a simpler version of a December daily in a 3x8 album for them. So before we started out the month, or before I started coming up with my foundation pages, and I'm going to quotations that because they're very, very vaguely foundation pages. Before we did that, the first thing that I did was to go through with my sister-in-law and come up with different story ideas or things that they would want to document throughout the month of December. Once we did that, we assigned them to specific days. I made like a little calendar for myself and for them. And the plan is to text them or email them or whatever their stories for the week. And then on the days, I can just wake up and say like, hey, don't forget to write a little bit about what your hopes are for the December season. Or don't forget to pay attention today to 3 things that you are loving or 3 things that brought you joy today. So just some different prompts that I can just quickly send to her. And then she can send me back her journaling and some photos from that particular day. And that is what I will use to create this album for them. My plan is to do most of the work for this album on my Thursday lives throughout the month of December, but just in case I don't have enough time for that, I may or may not do additional process videos or just do it off screen, and then when we get to the end, whatever I have videoed, and we'll do a flip through of the final product at the end. So let me just walk you through how I did foundation pages for this album, because it's completely different than what I did for mine. I did go ahead and do their title piece. So I've got this 2020 wood veneer here at the beginning that came from Michael's with the puffy sticker. And then I've also got this very first page here, which is just some papers. It's outside of a page protector, a tag that says joy with wishes, and a few puffy stickers, and I really called it good at that. I just want to keep this album very simple and easy to batch those pages. So then what I did is I went through all of the supplies that I want to use or pull from for this particular album. That includes the feature craft kits that came out this year, a few things from the Paper Person collection that I had purchased, the black and white, and the Pink Fresh Studio, I think it's called Oh What Fun collection that was released this year, designed by Geraldine of In a Creative Bubble. So that is really the colors and the style and the product that I'm going to be using throughout the course of this particular album. Then what I did is I divided out my stories. I put sticky notes on some page protectors and then stuffed the page protectors with ephemera or cards or things that related to that particular story. So like this first one is hopes, and I've got a whole bunch of different product that I can pull from in order to create a page for hopes. This will likely go on this side and just be one page. So right now this book is super thick because I'm not totally sure what I will or won't use. I just threw everything in here that had the potential of being used, and not everything is going to be a 2-page spread. Some will, some won't, it'll just be what it will be. So that's why it looks like this. It should not end up being this full because my goal is to keep it simple. So we've got the first day was hopes. The second day is things that bring joy. So I pulled out different things that say joy on them, and we'll go from there. for that page, I've got a letter to Santa. So I've got a Dear Santa card on in this little pocket here that I can use, some ephemera pieces that say things like wish list and you know, Santa faces, that sort of thing. Day, whatever this is, 4 is going to be the holiday playlist. So some of their favorite songs of the season. This may or may not include photos. You know, we'll kind of see as we get into the month what that ends up looking like. Then I've got a story about what it's like to be a new parent now at the Christmas season during the holidays, because that is something that's new to them. They just had their daughter, so this is their first year as parents during this holiday season. So I really want my sister-in-law to write a little bit about that from her perspective. Then we do a bunch of family dinners throughout the month of, or throughout the months. So depending on COVID and all of that, this story may get pushed to a later day because I'm not sure that we're going to be out of our quarantining period by this time. But at some point, I do want to document family dinner. I've got some like pockets in here and some cards that we can use, some ephemera pieces, and we will make do with that. There's another one here. So I don't know if I'm going to use a pocket, you know, where I'll use it, but I do like it here as well. This one is going to be about their home decor. So I've got all kinds of things about like deck the halls and a Christmas tree and a pocket in case there's more pictures to add into the book. So different kinds of bits and pieces here. Then I want them to pick one of their favorite holiday outfits for Mabel, to dress her in it and to take some pictures of her. I know that's something they already love to do, so I thought it would be really fun to get their favorite winter outfit, to take a picture of that and to tell the story of the outfit, where it came from, and why they love it so much. So that will be a story. My sister-in-law works in retail, and I believe at this point she has decided not to return to work. So my idea here was, if you do return to work, what is work like right now for you? Tell the story of what work is like right now. If you do not return to work, then tell the story about how this year is different because you're not at work. Like, what is different, and what do you miss and what do you not miss about working retail during the December season? So that is that. Next, for day 10, I believe is what we're on right now. Yes, I've got 10 things that we're loving. So I've got a tag or a thing in here that says like a few of my favorite things, and some bits and pieces that talks about like favorites and festive and that sort of thing. Then we're going to be doing a scavenger hunt. So this is one of the couples that does it with Erin and I. And my idea, I mean, I have a few pieces here that I think are really cute, but I also have a 2x2 page that I just cut one of the things off of, and I'm not sure if I can like fold this in half and maybe like tie it or something. I'm not sure how to make this work, but I'm going to try and see if I can come up with something, because this would give us all of the spaces to add the photos in. If that doesn't work, I'll come up with a different idea. Same thing for Advent. She told me they are going to do an Advent this year and would like to document it. So I've got some different Advent type things here, another 2x2 pocket if we decide to record all of the things that they get in their Advent. So that is there just in case. Next, we're going to have her talk about a family story or childhood Christmas story. We might do one for her and one for my brother-in-law, or just one or the other. You know, we'll see when we get to day 13. For day 14, what is this? Childhood story. Let's see what came after childhood story. Maybe I just threw that in there as something fun. Yeah, I did. So this could just be something fun in here that might be able to go with this as well. With the childhood story, I don't know. So for now, it's just in there. Then I've got the story of their ornaments for this year. They're going to do ornaments for the season. I've got a bunch of stuff stuffed into this pocket right here that you can kind of see. And these go together. So I thought that that would be really pretty. And then on the back side, I am going to have my sister-in-law or the two of them together, write a letter to Mabel right now that she will be able to read in the future. So this is going to be a letter to Mabel, and it can be whatever they want it to be. Christmas related, not Christmas related, whatever it is. This is going to be a letter to her. So that is that story. Then they are going to pick an older ornament and tell the story of that particular piece. So I've got some, ornament pieces in here that I can use, and we're just gonna see how everything's gonna come together when we get there. For day 17, we're gonna do gratitudes, so things that they are grateful for right now. Day 18, and this one I have a process video for, is this pocket with tags. So this will be tags about each of their family members right now. It does chunk things up a little bit, so I might end up putting the thing up there just to like reduce on that a little bit, but I think that turned out really cute. Then the back side, Caitlin told me that she wanted to document a story about her dad. Her dad has, his health is deteriorating, and so, she just wants to get some stories about him in her books as well. So that is what is going to go here. Then we're going to do a story about the movies that they're watching. We did just do like a Hallmark movie that we all watched together virtually. So that might be something that happens again in the month, and that might be the story that goes there. Next, we're going to talk about holiday treats. My sister-in-law is a sweet tooth, so I want her to talk about some of her favorite things to eat during the month of December. The 22nd is going to be the gifts that they purchased for other people. So, why they purchased those things and what they're excited to give to everybody else. Day 23 is going to be our Christmas Adam party. This is the one that Erin and I throw, but they will be attendees. So to tell their perspective, their story about how Christmas Adam went this year. Then we've got Christmas Eve, which I've got a few different things. I threw some papers in here, some more like pockets and tags in here, and then a bunch of things that have like Christmas Eve related stuff. So like each of these pockets is stuffed, which makes this thick because, there's a lot of stuff. And then the last page here is for Christmas Day. I threw in a transparency, and then I've got a bunch of different products that I could potentially use to document Christmas Day. Just a bunch of little things in here. So that is where I'm starting for this album. A lot of it will be determined based on what stories and what type of writing that I receive from them and the type of photos that I receive from them. That will really help me to build this album out. But I am super excited to put this one together for them. And I'm super excited to attempt something that is smaller and simpler than what I do for myself. So wish me luck on that. And I hope that you guys will join me on my Thursday live videos to see this album come together in real time. So yes. All right, you guys. So that is it for this one. Super quick because there's not a lot of prep that I've really done aside from just throwing things together. But that is what it is. I hope that you were inspired anyway, and I hope that you guys are excited to see these albums all come together over time. I will be back tomorrow with the very first December daily process video, and this I will start working on Thursday. So hopefully I will see you guys then. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in tomorrow's video. Bye now.